Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Holistic Mystic Show. My name is Boston Summer. I am a shamanic Reiki master and a spiritual business mentor. And I'm really here to help healers and coaches really step into their zone of genius, be able to make a living off of what they love, and also have high impact in their medicine work. So, welcome. Today we are talking about the raw truth of running a business, the unfiltered truth of running a business. So, if you are a business owner, let me know in the comments what are some of the top things that you're struggling with. I would love to have you guys chime in, and that way I can, help to facilitate this podcast as well as I can. So, there are lots and lots of misleading teachings and trainings. I know there are a lot of business coaches out there that are really trying to say, if you do this, this, and this, your success can happen overnight. If you just believe in it hard enough, it will happen. And while that is a little bit true, that is one of the core pieces of manifestation. You do actually have to take action steps towards building your business, right? We feel it in the body. We feel the emotion of that future reality come into existence, right? We have to feel that in our body and in our energetic frequency, but that is only one piece of the puzzle. And I have been getting really, really, really triggered lately seeing all of these. I don't even, and I realize as I'm saying this, I'm kind of doing the same thing. But I see these spiritual coaches like calling out all of these other spiritual business coaches, putting them in a box, saying that they don't know what it takes to succeed, right? Like they have an advantage. And yes, privilege is a huge piece to this, that some people might have to work longer and harder to see their goal become a reality. But the truth is that anyone can build a sustainable business, and it's not going to happen overnight. You have to realize on average, it takes about 3 to 5 years to build a solid foundation in your business. So you are in the green. The green means you're in profit, right? So if you are breaking even at the end of the month, that means you're in the black. And if you are putting more money into your business than you're receiving, that's being called putting in the red. And that's going to happen for the first 3 to 5 years. So just expect it. Maybe you have to work that part-time or full-time job in order to afford to get the training that you need for your business. And I think a lot of people are like, do these things and you can automatically quit your day job and go do what you want to do. And that's just not the truth of it, right? Being really transparent with this information about it takes time to build a business. You have to be able to be willing to be patient. If you have not been showing up online or in your community, really honestly, you're going to have to start that from scratch. If you have been, showing up, being a part of community, building a brand, posting on consistently, getting people to know, like, and trust you online and in person, your success probably will come faster than someone who is starting brand new to the marketplace. And you might see, your peers in having success while you are still like chucking away at it. And that's okay, because if you start now, you're going to see that translate into your business about 60 to 90 days after. So what you're doing now matters. Start to show up now. Start to build those connections now. Hi, Opal. I see you on here. Hello. Start to really take those action steps and dream into the vision now, because whatever you do now will affect your business, especially in a year from now, right? If the time is going to pass anyways. So start to do those action steps, start to show up. And if you don't know where to show up, start to attend every free thing you possibly can. That's what I did when I started. I attended free workshops, I read books. I read books about marketing. In fact, I listened to this one specific YouTube video. This was back when I was solely focused on partnering with a product company called doTERRA. I love them. They have amazing products, essential oils and things like that. And I watched this one YouTube video like over and over and over. It was like my water, my air. And you best believe that that impacted me to be able to get to where I'm at today. And if you are just really unsure about where to start, here's a few things that I really do believe is going to help you in order to kind of put everything in a row, get all your ducks in a row, is what I like to say. Get all your ducks in a row so that you can start to build that foundation. So, the first thing is you really need to be able to have a high value offer. This does not necessarily mean high end, right? High end means you charge a lot, and you might, depending on your ideal client, it might not be the best, price range for them. So high value means that you are giving a lot of potent, tangible things, services, coaching, advice, high value into your hello. I see you guys on here, into your offer, right? So you need to have one or two. I think two is a good number. One to have that's kind of lower priced, and one that's kind of medium priced. Have those offers handy and get really, really good at them, right? Know them like the back of your hand. Be really efficient in what your process is. Write it down, right? So when you take a client, what is the steps when they walk in through the door that they're going to be receiving? And when you know your process, it's easy to be able to duplicate and repeat that. So instead of spreading your energy really thin, I know, especially if you're in my field, you're probably a creative, you're probably multi-passionate, and it's easy to want to do this and this and this and bring all of your ideas to life. However, that's going to spread your energy really thin. And when you can narrow down and focus on one or two really high value offers, those offers are going to be super potent, and you're going to be able to have return clientele. So that's the first thing. The second thing, as I mentioned, you need to be patient as you grow your community, build your brand, and define your messaging. This is not something that will take over. This is not something that will be immediate. It's going to take time to really understand what you have to offer and what your unique messaging is, right? What is your voice? What are you a stand for, right? Like, what are the things that you're passionate about and that really help you to set yourself apart from the crowd? It takes time to discover that, right? When I started, I wanted to be a travel blogger. You may not know that about me, but that was like my passion. And I was wanting to also sell essential oils. I was very holistic. I still am. I'm more on the spiritual side now, but I was super into holistic health and bringing and regulating emotions into trainings and programs for my clients. And so now I still love those things, but I'm more specific and really narrow down where my zone of genius is. But that was like in 2016. It's 2024 now. And it took me time to really figure out what I'm really, really good at. So let me know in the comments, how is this resonating with you? The third thing you really want to have in place is multiple streams of income. So don't get this confused with your offers, right? You have one or two high value offers. However, in those offers, you have retail products, right? Like, what are you suggesting they take home? How can they continue? Hi, Thad, my husband's watching. How can you continue the work with them while they're home, while they're not in your treatment room anymore, while they're not on a coaching call with you anymore, right? My biggest thing that I teach my clients, especially my healer clients, is that you have to give them home play, some kind of home play assignment to integrate the work that you do so that what you're doing actually starts to trickle into their daily life, because the small daily action steps are actually where that transformation occurs. So multiple streams of income can look like retail. It can look like partnering with a product like doTERRA, right? Like you incorporate these products into your services. Maybe you are really big on taking care of the earth and you want to sell water filters. I know that that's a huge source of income for a lot of my healer friends. It's something that I want to get into, and that would align with your mission, right? Hi, babe. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So multiple streams of income, as well as once you start to bring in capital from your business, then you can start investing into stocks, into rental houses if you want that. I want that. I want to have at least one or two rental houses, properties to bring that residual income up. But we have to have that capital first. So that's why we work on these one or two offers, high value offers, get really known for them, position yourself as an expert in that specific offer, and then you can start to branch out. Okay. Is this landing for you? I would love to know. There's two more things. The fourth thing that is really important hi Shanice, hello. Let me know in the comments what you're looking to learn from this. I would love to hear it. The fourth thing is you have to be really willing to look within. Look at your own uncomfortable parts, right? Where are you self-sabotaging? Where are you hiding? Where are you still holding back from really stepping into your power and your authentic voice? Right? What does being a leader mean to you? And are you showing up to be that person behind closed doors? It's one thing to present yourself as that person, online or at events, but who are you really behind closed doors? And be willing to grow and evolve and change. Because guess what? If you haven't learned this already, I will be the one to tell you entrepreneurship is hard. It's hard. You're going to want to give up. I promise you that's going to happen. And you might even take pauses or breaks from your business. And ultimately, you come back to it because your heart is in it, right? Your heart is leading you and calling you to do this work because it is a part of your sacred mission before you were even born, to come here and do this work, to bring your light and your medicine to those soulmate clients that are ready to receive it. So you have to be willing to do whatever it takes within to get over yourself and show up. Maybe that is taking public speaking classes. I did that. I did a three it was like a 3-thing course about public speaking, and I had to do all these exercises that push me out of my comfort level. I still do things to push me outside of my comfort level because I don't want to get stagnant in my growth. As well as maybe you're not technologically inclined and technology is like not your thing. Are you willing to learn that? Because you are not going to be able to pay someone out immediately to do that. In fact, I would argue that if you don't know how to do these pieces, it's always going to hold you back, because if you have to pay someone to do these technological things for you, or to write your copy, or to do your marketing, that's going to be ultimately like stealing an essence of what you could be showing up for and empowering yourself through and liberating yourself by learning a new skill set. So you don't have to always wait on someone or always pay someone to do those things. You're not held back by that. Does that make sense? I'm going to mention something here you guys probably aren't going to like. Ready? You might have to get a part-time job or full-time job to pay for your training and your education. I said it. No one likes to hear that, but it's true. I've had to do that. I started my business. I quit my career as an esthetician. And guess what? I went back. I laid my pride down and I went back and got a part-time job because I knew there were pieces that I needed to learn in order to make this work. And if I didn't do that, I would not be where I'm at today. So are you willing to do that? Maybe it's not working for someone. Maybe it is, maybe you're going to go do Shipt, right? Maybe you're going to nanny for someone. I don't know. Maybe you're going to do some side hustles and I have no idea, but you got to do whatever it takes to pay for those investments so that you get the training that you need. Because guess what? You're not just going to learn how to do it on your own. You have to have someone teach you. Yeah. And if you already have a full-time job, Deb says in the comments, I already have a full-time job. I know a little bit about her story and she's retiring soon. I'm so excited for her. And it's going to be really busy for a while. It is. So maybe you're going to have to wake up earlier for self-care. And are you willing to do that so that you feel grounded, right? And are you willing to just focus on those one or two? This is for you, Deb. Focus on that one thing that's going to move the needle forward in your business instead of trying to like juggle all these different things, right? That scatters your energy. And I would go back and watch the beginning of this, Deb. Not to call you out, I was just, that's something that we all can get good at, right? Because it's easy to have wear all these baskets and all these hats. Okay, so the last thing on this step is, I know we all want to have these big grandiose events and these beautiful extravagant treatment rooms, like studio spaces, but that takes capital. And if you're in a space where all your capital is going into learning and education and coaching to help you see your blind spots, then you may have to hold your events and services out of your house. Just gonna lay that there, right? How can we lay our pride down and humble ourselves to do whatever it takes? Okay, this is the last piece. Are you guys resonating with what I'm saying? I'd love to hear your takeaways in the chats. So the last thing is community. You are going to need community for this. Entrepreneurship gets very lonely. And if you don't have other people, speaking life into you, helping you to believe that you're great, when you're feeling really low, maybe you're not in a super busy part of your business, maybe you're in a kind of like a slower time and you're comparing yourself to all these other people that are like doing really well. Do you have a support system that's going to breathe life and truth and help you see past the illusion when those things are happening, when you are in your feelings and your emotions? Because guess what? You could do this by yourself. You can, but it's a very lonely road. And so even amongst other entrepreneurs, it can still be lonely because if you're trying to implement a certain strategy and you're not with other people who are trying to implement the same strategy, you're not going to have anyone to like rebound your questions off of, right? You're going to kind of be stuck in your own head and then it kind of turns out weird in the end because you're not maybe seeing things clearly or whatever. When you are facing burnout, wanting to give up, you're doubting yourself, do you have someone? Deb says, I have a beautiful tribe of humans. Even with them, there are times when it does get lonely. Yeah. Yeah. And we have a beautiful spiritual community, and where I live, it's amazing. And are they on the same level of leadership that you are? Right? Are you being around them weekly, daily? Are you in the field of other people who are having the success that you want to have? So if that's you, maybe you identified some of these pieces are really some core pieces that you need to start to build and implement in your business. Then guess what? I got you. I got you. Because I've been there. And I don't want you to have to make all the mistakes I made. I ran around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to implement this business strategy and that business strategy and trying to figure out and sift through all the information of what works and what doesn't, until I finally learned what works. And I really got to narrow down what my unique niche and medicine is. What is the medicine? That doesn't necessarily mean plant medicine, but what is my core frequencies that I hold that will allow me to really stand apart in the crowd, but also to really own and be confident in what I have to offer. So I created a beautiful sisterhood / business education training program, whatever you want to call it, to help you get that support that I didn't have until I finally found it. It is called Mission Soul Mastermind. And if you guys would love to know more about it, drop a green heart in the comments. This is a 9-month support group and business training for healers, coaches, oracles. I got Opal on here. She's an oracle. Spiritual coaches, creative, feminine, wise women, medicine women, anyone who identifies as being a woman. This is a space for you to learn the strategy that you need and to build the inner fortitude of becoming that person that you want to be, that you have to be in order to be this leader, business owner. And I mean, I can go over all of the 4 phases of what you'll be going through, but I wanted to leave that open because ultimately this is the energy of saying yes to the life you want and having tangible tools, a tangible skill set that you will learn that you can rinse and repeat even after the container is over. And if you want support after the container's over, I've made it affordable so that you're not stuck with this huge debt when it's done, and you can reinvest into support. Because on average, the average business coaching containers are at least around $10,000. And I am not a stand for that. Someone who is trying to grow and build a business and has to work a part-time job just to be able to afford education, I wanted to create a space where you can always have access to that support. So if you're interested, drop a green heart emoji. Hi, oh yeah, Opal can't wait for this training. She just joined us. I'm so honored. We have 5 beautiful women that are in this container right now, and it's going to be so deep and healing. It's going to be a sisterhood. And we're going to be going through each of the 6 main pillars that I believe you have to implement. So the 6 core pillars are, the first one is soul aligned business. How can you energetically get behind what you have to offer? What is your mission statement? Why are you even wanting to do this, right? What are your core frequencies that you carry? And how can you imbue all of your marketing and offers with that medicine? The awareness piece of knowing that is huge, right? And getting all of that energetic piece embodied before we even start to invite people into our offers, right? The energetic piece of being a solid pillar and what we have to offer and fully getting behind that before we go into the marketplace. People feel that, right? It translates into their subconscious. So that's the first piece there. Then the second piece is creating a high value offer. So maybe you want to do one-on-one work. Maybe you want to build a group program. I have a new curriculum that I'm going to be coming out with on how to create group programs. We're going to be talking about sales calls, how to sign those clients, those soulmate clients, right? And really having a good, tangible offer that gets results. The third piece is going to be looking at what are your systems? How can you automate things? Right? How can you do more with less work? If I have someone sign up into a program right now, all I got to do is send them the pay link. I mean, we'll have a sales call first, make sure that it's a fit and alignment for them. But after that, I don't have to do anything. It's all automated. I mean, yes, I get to make their goodies and ship them to them, but that's like fun for me. And that's all I have to do because all their emails, all their welcome stuff is all automated. So I really think that that's really important. And so that's something that we're going to be learning. And then the last piece is money. Money is huge. What is your relationship with money? Are you comfortable with asking for money and receiving money for your services? Be honest with yourself. And maybe you are, but you could take it up a notch. Every time I revisit this work with money, I'm doing it right now. Actually, I am going on a deep dive with my relationship with the spirit of money, having money dates every week again, really understanding what profit is, how much do I have to invest, how much do I have to pay off my previous investments. Financial literacy is not taught in a lot of business programs. I've been in lots of different ones. And it's important to have a budget as a business owner so that you can have a strategy to be in the green long term and build this solid foundation for not only your financial freedom, but for the impact that you want to create. You don't want to get burnt out and quit in 5 years because it's not working and you're spending all your time and resources throwing spaghetti at the wall. Opal says, I'm reading the book Happy Money. The energetic with money are so important to finding our abundance flow. Yeah, I'll have to download that book. I have an Audible credit, so that works great. Thanks for that. Yeah. And this is something we can always revisit and grow. But do you have an actual strategy to be in the green in your business? And the last piece I didn't mention is energetic hygiene, balancing work and personal life, that feminine, building that masculine to have that feminine flow, right? Because like the other day, for instance, I was so needing just a break. I was able to kind of shift some of my business responsibilities and just go to the beach for the whole day. It was so amazing. And I needed that and really learning what those money making activities are. So if you're interested and wanted to learn more about like the details of the cost and when are the trainings and what's more about the curriculum, what are you actually going to learn, what's the strategy, drop a green heart emoji and we can have you can have a complimentary consultation, a discovery call to figure out if this is going to be the best fit for you. So I trust that this served you. I am so grateful that you guys showed up to learn and to invest into learning about your business. I pray for so much abundance to come through for you. From the bottom of my heart, I really, truly pray that you show up, do what you need to do whatever it takes to make this work because the world is on fire. And this is why all of us light workers, healers, witches, coaches, we were born at this time. And your soulmate clients are just sitting there waiting for you. Can you think of if your healers or coaches or mentors didn't show up, where you would be? I'm going to leave that there. If you're interested, drop a green heart emoji, and I will see you guys next time on our Holistic Mystic show. I love you. Bye. Namaste.